Hello world, how the Gingrinch stole Mittmas. I'm really proud of that. I was going to film this video like a couple hours ago, but I shit you not, I came home from work and when I did, a van had just veered off of the road and crashed into the apartment right next to mine, like right there, like the street's right there. And had it been 3 feet, closer to me, like this way, the way that I'm gesturing, it would have been like in this room. So there was a bunch of noise going on out there as they were cleaning it up and it just ended. Anyway, Newt Gingrich. Actually, I lied, Mitt Romney. A couple of weeks ago, he had tied in Iowa pretty much. He had won in New Hampshire, and if he won in South Carolina, that would pretty much clinch the nomination. He would be the Republican nominee who gets to face Barack Obama in the fall. And he was ahead in all of the polls in South Carolina. Everything was falling neatly into place. And then in the last 2 days, something happened. The South Carolina Republican electorate was like, wait a minute, we're making this way too easy. Let's make it really crazy and chaotic instead. And so they voted for Gingrich. At this point, I'm pretty much on Team Obama. The only Republican candidate that was somewhat interesting was Ron Paul, that had something new to offer, and he's pretty much out of contention. At this point, it's either going to be Gingrich or Romney, unless Sarah Palin rides in from the north on a horse or a moose or whatever they ride up there. Heaven forbid that happens. Whoever winds up being the Republican nominee, they are going to be, much more hawkish on foreign policy. They're going to want to bomb Iran. They're going to want to deregulate the financial sector in the same way that, we deregulated and that led to the financial crisis of 2008. They're going to want to get gays back out of the military. They're going to want to do everything all wrong. But I actually don't want to go too far down that road because that's not what I want this video to be about. Once the nominee is chosen, we'll have plenty of time to talk about, the merits of Barack Obama versus the merits of whoever the Republican nominee is. The point that I want to make in this video is that the South Carolina Republican electorate changed its mind in 2 days. In 48 hours, they pulled a complete about-face. And that's something that didn't happen in politics 10 years ago. At least not nearly as easily. We have more communication tools now than ever before. I mean, that goes without saying. But we're actually starting to use them for mass decision-making, and that will have profound implications for every election from here on out. Our society has the means now to have complicated, large-scale conversations in a way that we've never had before. If South Carolina can come to a fairly definitive decision after less than 48 hours of really thinking about something, doesn't that say something about how we should be doing politics in the 21st century as opposed to how we are doing politics in the 21st century? We have a general election once every 2 years to determine the general direction we should be going in as a country, but the general mood of the country as a whole changes much more frequently than once every 2 years. There is no reason we shouldn't be able to have a government that reflects that. And I don't know specifically what that would look like, but I do know how specifically we could figure out what that might look like. I think it's time for another constitutional convention. And I think it should begin on December 21st of this year. What do you guys think about that? Good idea, bad idea? Let me know. Let's play chess.
If you like what you just saw, if Dan put you in a state of awe, subscribe to him and click the orange button. It really, 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 really means something. If you do that, that'd be really cool.
That is not what that looks like in real life, but my camera only shoots like so many frames per second, so that's just how it turned out. I'm gonna do that all the time now.